All right, welcome for you computer science folks to day one. It's the Hello World video, and this is probably where you started last year, and you fired up ready, and you got a message to print out to hello to the screen that said Hello World, right? You remember the good old days. Um, but hopefully you read over that handout very carefully, because it starts talking about some of the things that we'll be talking about this year, about like what is this difference, what's a console, what's C, what is all this, what's a class, what does that mean. Well, that's coming soon. You're going to get in, you're introduced to some of that stuff in that handout, so hopefully you read that carefully. But what this video is about is not about ready. It's about our checking out some grown-up, some big boy and girl IDEs. Eclipse is one of them. NetBeans is another. You could probably try a couple other ones if you like. These are might or might not be installed on the server, so you could try and run them off of the shared drive that I talk about on the website. But you might also want to do this at home or on your laptop. These are kind of industry standard Java development software, so they're pretty big deals. So it's a little bit confusing even to get going. So it does take a little while when you first started it. So I started it up. The first thing that it'll ask you to do is to choose a workspace, and this workspace is where Eclipse or NetBeans or whatever is going to dump all of your programs. At some point, you're going to get to a screen that kind of looks like this. And how do you get started? Well, similar to Java, we're going to go new, and then notice that we actually need to go from big to small here. I'm going to go, project is the biggest thing, then package, then class. But if I go new Java project, then it'll ask me what I want to do. I'll call it Hello World Eclipse or something like that. Notice that I've got the default GRE or JRE, Java Runtime Environment, and this all looks fine. I'm going to go, I think next doesn't do anything for us now. Let's just have a look at some other stuff that if I were building a huge program, that would be important, and where to put all the stuff. I'm just going to click Finish, and no place to type yet. This is some of the code stuff is in here, but now I want to make a new class. So I'm going to go in there, or File, New Class, and it's going to go in this project. So project is the biggest thing. The package is the in-between one, and I'm going to call it Hello World Eclipse, all in lowercase, just so we can see the difference between the project, the package, and now the class is actually where we would think of in Ready as our program. So I'm going to call that Hello World _ Eclipse. One thing you want to make sure that's clicked is the public static void main, right? In Ready, that would be where our main program goes, right? So we want to make sure that's clicked so they'll include that. Otherwise, we'll have to type it in ourselves. Finish. And there, this middle screen looks like what we're used to as a Java program. And so in here, I can type in my system.out. And what's neat is some stuff is happening as I'm typing. There's all the things that are included in system.out. Well, I just want to print, right? And notice the colors are all changing, similar to Ready. Notice that right now it's saying there's a problem here. Syntax error. Oh, that's pretty nice. Before you even run it, it tells you when you got an error or not. And then I'm going to run it. Lots of different types of runs. But it'll take a second, or I gotta, yeah, okay, fine. This is what I want to save and launch. And then bam, there's this sort of screen down there. Okay, and that's it for the screen. Doesn't come up in a new output screen like in Ready. That's the console. That's something different. This is the system.out. And now you can play, right? You can play with this. I'm going to go and show you NetBeans. similar sort of thing where we have to go file, new project, and it asks me what kind of project, and there's lots of stuff going on here. Java applications is what we're writing, application software, and it gives me a default name, but I'm going to change the project name. Same thing, project, packages inside the project, classes inside the package. Hello world, and it says project folder already exists because I was goofing around with this already, so I'm going to call it NB for NetBeans, and it's already asking, you know, where I'm going to put it and all the output stuff. It's all thinking about that. Notice, create main class. It's going to do that for me. Right there it is. So I'm going to say finish. And it looks a little bit different, but there's the code there, and there's public static void main. That's where we're going to put our new line. System.out. See if this will auto finish. Hello world from NetBeans. No, same thing. Neat thing that I noticed about this one is, remember these characters show comments, which are important to include into your program. And then now I'm going to run this, and they'll probably ask me if I'd like to run and save or just run it. Run project. There's the output screen down there. See, it's running. Bam, there it is. Good old hello world. And of course, why don't you mess around with these packages and see which one you like? I would really, really like it if you didn't choose Ready as your favorite one, that you actually chose one of these more grown-up ones, basically to challenge yourself and to get to use some industry software. Okay, folks, that's all I have to say with that about that. Part of your project or assignment is to compare these. There's a little table for you to fill out. So have some fun playing around with your new Java IDEs.